It's actually an interesting role, which I suppose currently consists of growing Asia in areas of sales, operational, and more importantly, the footprint within the countries that we're focusing on. But underlying that role is there is the customer management, the presentations to internal and external parties, customer and partner negotiations, I suppose reports to be written up for management and various parties, but also things like strategies to plan and execute, finance tasks, performance reviews to be undertaken, and and last but not least, I suppose, is the welfare of the team that sit within the different geographical areas within the organization. I suppose that the thing is the variation from a day-to-day basis. Essentially, I can try to plan the week, which I do on and do a weekend, but I can guarantee by the time it kind of gets to 12 o'clock on a Monday, the planned task has changed. And but it's some people, I suppose, would look at it as from a negative perspective, but I look at it as a challenge and how to get across your task for that week and fulfill them basically. Easily, I would say it's probably the diversity in the team, the being able to work with from Australia to Philippines to Singapore and to India, where we have a couple of people there as well. So the diversity of working with the different people, the cultures, and how people interact in parts of that business is definitely one of the parts that I really enjoy. The ultimately, and of course, the support that is given across all areas of the business, the exec team and the board members is also really important as well. Actually, I would say the technology has always been there for a number of years, especially from a cloud solution perspective. The more applicable question, I would say, is how has the individual changed to embrace the technology much better? Now, with the current situation, it has forced individuals and businesses to rethink the use. I personally have been doing this for a number of years now, even before joining JCurve Solutions, to utilize the technology tools effectively. We're now seeing the uptake from a different angle, and that's from a forced environment that we are in right now. The tools are already there, but it's now the increase in the volume of users that access those various platforms that are going to be that's going to put an inherent load on the technology providers, right? So it's more, how are the product providers, solution providers going to cope with that quick growth? Overall, the businesses are going to be more reliant, somewhat demanding. Therefore, the technology needs to continuously be improving to meet the needs of and the providers need to be always, I suppose, 1 or 2 steps ahead of their customer needs and growth. The other side of that is the employee side. Employee skills will change. Businesses need to identify where the training is required, how to use that technology effectively, and restructure some of those particular roles to embrace the changes in the use of the technology, and of course from working remotely or whatever the current situation is going to be now and moving forward. I mean, there are a lot of features within NetSuite, as you probably know, but I suppose from a management perspective, I can speak from that aspect to see where I see customers moving, especially also, we obviously do that within JCurve, is the use of the real-time dashboards and the reports that are available. So really using those effectively to make the day-to-day decisions. Right now, in this current situation, I would say how they need to keep selling their products and services while maintaining the cash flow to keep the business moving, right? So from a sales perspective through to employee retention and the like. Thus, more and more are moving towards the online solutions. So there's a lot of providers out there providing online solutions that are popping up all over the place, and also taking control, I suppose, their real financial systems in terms of how do they manage some of that information and how they actually execute the plans moving forward by hopefully maintaining their current cash flow and utilizing that appropriately. Actually, I've only got one word to say to that, which is awesome. There's nothing really more to that. The culture is great. Oh, that's simple. Make it happen. Why? Because the surrounding team, once it's, I've communicated or we communicate what needs to be done, we basically jump on it pretty quickly. The team helps each other. They provide the right advice. And that goes across various areas. I've seen that from the sales opportunity side to where we've had customer issues or just plain old, asking some general advice within the business. Yeah, I think it's the people I work with, the challenges presented that really makes you think, and at the same time, we do have some fun.